You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
What a beautiful day for horses in the morning.
You are listening to the #1 horse podcast in the world. Here is your entertaining look at the horse world and the people in it.
Good Wednesday morning. I am Glenn the Geek from Ocala, Florida.
And I'm Ashley Winch in Great Falls, Montana, and you're listening to Horses in the Morning on Horse Radio Network for Wednesday, June 24th, episode 3980, brought to you by Chewy. Good morning, Horse World.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Jamie is traveling today. Ashley, thank you for filling in. Appreciate that. Jamie's on her way to the movement in California. She'll be actually coming to us Friday morning from the movement from Monty Roberts' house. She usually gets set up there in the office, and she talks to us from there, so that'll be kind of fun. And we're joined today by Auditor Hannah, who's going to chat with us about keeping pigs and monkeys as unusual pets. We're continuing our series. A couple of weeks ago, Ashley, we did a listener who had pet skunks. So today,
I saw.
Yeah. So we're gonna continue that, and hopefully we get some more of these. I'm loving doing them. We're also going to catch up with author Gayle Stewart in our Where Are They Now segment. She wrote a book called 100 Horses in History, and she used to come on our show all the time. Plus, we dive into boarding barn etiquette and what to look for. Well, our sister company, Equus, did an article, 10 Mistakes You Might Not Realize You're Making. So being that Ashley ran a boarding stable, we did, and Ashley, we both boarded as well. So we'll see how well they did on that article. Plus, our post show, we're doing a Meet the Auditor with Marie is going to join us in the post show. We'll catch up with her, see what she's up to. She's a mounted shooter as well. But, there's been a lot of escapes we've covered on this show. But I think this was the first giraffe. Everybody saw it yesterday. It was all over Facebook that a 3-year-old giraffe named Gracie escaped from her enclosure at the Cedar Hollow Ranch in Texas, of course. Where else?
Florida would have been the only other place.
Yeah, that's true. Apparently, she's 3 or 4 years old, and apparently she likes to roam parts of the ranch. This is a big ranch, by the way, and they have apparently hundreds of exotic animals. It's that kind of ranch in Texas.
Oh, I know what you mean. Okay.
And apparently she likes to roam in places that giraffes usually don't go. And that's how she got out, because she roamed in a place that had the shorter fences where giraffes usually don't go. But they did find her. I had good news. If you're going to lose an animal, losing a giraffe is probably the best bet for finding it.
Yeah, because you can spot it from a mile away. I mean,
they sent up, the guy hired helicopters. He put out a $10,000 reward. He really wanted his giraffe back. He only got it 6 months ago. And they put up drones and everything, and they did find her. They found Gracie in a canyon, apparently much further away than they expected. Apparently, Gracie made some time and got along, So they found her in a canyon much further from the farm than they were searching initially. So they just kept expanding the search and eventually found her. So Gracie's going to be back home, no problem. They'll probably be putting her in a different enclosure, I think, this time. Escape giraffe.
I don't know. I kind of like... how long until the children's books come out with,
with Gracie
the escaped giraffe. Yeah.
Only she won't get caught. She'll be on this adventure of a lifetime.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's another
and she
brilliant
visits
idea
all 50
we have.
States.
This is another brilliant idea, Ashley, that we have that nobody's ever going to make money on because we'll forget in 2 minutes.
No, yeah, we're just the idea people.
Yeah,
we're just the idea people.
We really need to fix that because we work for a company that could do something about it.
You're not wrong, Glenn.
We come up with all these great ideas and then never do anything with them. And then, of course, there was talking about escapes. We're not doing weird news today because Jamie's in charge of that. But how many times have we had trailer trucks crash that they've been carrying bees? Well, it happened again.
Oh, no.
In Texas, 200,000 bees were released when the tractor-trailer truck crashed. You can look up that story. It's also all over the news. I'll let you look that one up because it's one of those bees are loose stories. How'd you like to be the first cop called?
Thank you.
You're the state policeman arriving, and you've seen everything. And then you get there, and you go, I'm staying in the car.
Yeah, I would be like, I'm allergic to bees. You need to call somebody else.
Guaranteed he didn't get out. He just called somebody else.
Yes.
Come deal with this. I want to hear the 911 call on that one. All right, we're going to do some daily whinnies.
From the podcast to the barn, here's some HITM birthday wishes to keep you warm.
We have one auditor birthday, Jillian M. Happy birthday to you, Jillian. We hope you have a terrific day.
I just love Butter's little baby whinny. It makes me smile so big. Okay, so I think this is the first time ever I've had no problem whipping up a daily whinny, like ever. I'm very excited. So, as you all know, I finally made it to Montana, and first thing I do is find a place to ride, not unpack boxes, not like, I don't know, get my husband settled. Like, no. And I've been invited into the coolest barn situation. So I met Tanya, Kimber, and Jeff, which is a little family who runs a nonprofit called Trotty by Nature. And they work with OTTBs, retrain them and resell them. And
Did you find the only English barn in all of Montana?
Not all of Montana, but within 4 hours, yes. And I'll have you know, it's a 9-minute drive from dropping Levi off at school.
Oh, wow.
To the barn. So from my house, it's like 14-minute drive. They've done incredible work with these thoroughbreds. I've been riding a gentleman and a scholar named Snoop Dogg. So, to explain this to the non-Gen X elder millennials out there, this is all a play on some rap famous stuff from like the late 80s, early 90s, Trotty by Nature. The line is, you down with OTTB, yeah, you know me, which, the song was, yeah, OPP, yeah, you know me. So anyway, it's
glad you
all
explained that, because I had
themed.
no idea what you were talking about.
I figured, yeah, I thought I might explain that for everyone. So then all the horses are named after different rappers as well. So there's like Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg, like they're all different. It's so much fun. I love a theme. And so I've just been having the best time working with these incredible horses. Really, they've done an amazing job. I went to watch them at a horse show last weekend, and they competed, I think, up through a meter, and they do show jumping and eventing. And, I'm just trying to knock the rust off my stirrups, but I might have popped over a little 10-inch vertical the other day.
Look at you go.
On my birthday. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just been such a blessing. Every time I move, that's always the first thing I have to find is, where can I get my horse fix? And Levi's now in full-time daycare, and I have time to ride. And so it has just been an incredible joy making new horsey friends and spending time in the saddle. So
well, next time you fill in, we'll have to have them on the show.
I know. And I'm actually working to pitch them to go on Retired Racehorse Radio as well, because Kimber is 15. No, I'm sorry. She just turned 16 on Monday. But she actually pretty much runs the 501c3. Her mom is teaching her how to run a business through she's a smart kid. And they're just lovely, lovely people who do right by the horse. And I think whenever you do right by the horse, that nothing can go wrong,
Oh, that's really cool.
So it's been amazing.
Well, I'm glad you found a place, number one, because
yes.
She did text me when she was going out there, and it was literally like 2 days after she moved. And I asked her, have you unpacked the bed or the clothing? Or Nope, going out to the horses. So
yep, I'm busy. Boxes will stay there. It's fine.
Right. They keep. And how, in general, one, is the weather better than New Mexico?
No.
No.
Glenn,
is it hot?
I have it's cold. Oh. I have never eaten so much soup in my birthday month in my entire life.
So it hasn't warmed up yet?
Chili in June. No. I mean, I think the high today is like 72.
Well, you can always visit your mom here in Florida where it's
That's my
100,000
escape
degrees.
plan. That's my escape plan. You'll see me in like February.
I mean, the heat index has been 110 here, so we've gotten to the point now where you walk outside at 6:30 in the morning and it hits you like a train.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You can't breathe. We've gotten to that point. So good for you.
I was at the store.
Enjoy it.
I was at the store the other day. I'm like, oh, look, tank tops are on sale for $2 each. I'm going to get one in every color. I come home and like 2 weeks later, I haven't wore any of them. I said, Zach, I think they're on sale because nobody here can wear tank tops.
That's right. You were the only one that bought them that year.
I'm the idiot.
Florida girl.
No, it is beautiful. It really is quite stunning.
Well, every
the
place
city itself,
you look as a postcard, right? I mean, just
the city itself is very industrial, but literally 8 minutes out, you're surrounded by beautiful mountains. To me, it very much reminds me of the Bavaria in Germany, like southern Germany, just like super verdant mountains with alpine, pine tree forests. We rented a boat on Saturday and actually took it out on the Missouri River and took the same path Lewis and Clark took. And we got to experience, it's called the Gates of the Mountains. And so from far away, it looks like a mountain wall. But then as you get closer, the illusion is that the mountains open. And that's the same exact path that Lewis and Clark took when they were, mapping out America. So it was really, really cool.
I assume you weren't rowing like they were.
Glenn.
I didn't think so. That's really cool, though.
It was super duper cool.
You guys are going to have so much to do there between the hiking and everything else. I mean, you're really going to have a lot to do there.
It's a very outdoorsy place. And oh my God, the funniest thing ever. Jeff, who I mentioned is Tanya's husband at Trotty by Nature. Guess what he does for his full-time job?
Don't know.
Fly fishing guide.
Oh no! Yay! Jamie's going to be up to visit.
And there goes Zach. So I'm like, oh no, you have to go fishing. Bye, honey. I'll be at the barn all day. Smell you later.
That's funny.
I mean, it's just they're the best people, and I love when the universe brings cool people together. It's been a real joy.
Well, Jennifer and I were talking about where we have to go on vacation next year, and of course, where I said first. Gotta go.
And I sent Jen a link. We're on the dinosaur fossil trail.
Oh, there
so
you
she
go.
can attend a real life dig.
Oh, she would love that.
I know. I sent her the link. I'm working it too.
Well, you can really make a difference for our local horse rescues, and it's easier than you might think. Just head over to Chewy Wish List. You can pick out exactly what your local rescue needs, whether it's feed, supplements, or just everyday essentials, and Chewy sends it right over to their barn. Plus, Chewy's been doing amazing work donating over $183 million to shelters and rescues since 2012, and they're even backing a Home for Every Horse program. It's a great way to help out. Just find a rescue near you at chewy.com/wishlist. Chewy.com/wishlist. I just thought I'd throw that in there because you were just talking about one. We Trotty by Nature being a rescue.
It's perfect.
So, yeah, and Chewy does amazing work with the rescues, and they make it so easy. It's like putting something on an Amazon wish list, only for horse people. They have it on their wish list, and you just go say, I'll buy this and this and this. So it really does work out well.
And joining us now is Auditor Hannah as we continue to look at unusual pets that our listeners have had. Now, I know this is Horses in the Morning, and Hannah, this is like going against every fiber in my being to not ask you about your horses first and foremost. Like, this hurts my heart. So I'm just going to put the horses in my back pocket for now. And I want to hear about your porcine friends throughout your time on this earth.
Yeah, so probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I guess I'd heard about people that had mini pigs, and I just wanted one, as one does. So
they're the cutest things in the world.
So cute. I did a lot of research and eventually found a good breeder, a responsible breeder. And I purchased a baby I think she was 4 weeks old at the time.
Oh my goodness.
A little bottle baby. I named her Juliet. And I brought her home and had her for about a year. I mean, I had her longer than a year, but about a year into having Juliet, I was like, I gotta have another one. So then I got Owen. I got him from a local farmer, and I traded him for 4 chickens. So it was a little bit of a different story than Juliet. But yeah, Owen actually went on to become a little bit TikTok famous for hiding in a dog food bag. So you can find him on TikTok.
And so Juliet and Owen lived in the house with you like full time?
So Juliet, I kept her in the house until she was about 6 months old, and the breeder warned me about the pigs. When they start going into heat, they get just out of control. And so she recommended that I get her spayed pretty early, because once they get a little bit older and they have these layers of fat, you can't spay them anymore. I see. And I had a hard time finding a vet that would spay a pig, and so I kind of
He had to Google it. He had to look on YouTube to see how to do it.
Yeah. I foolishly thought, well, I can handle it. You know, she'll be in the house. It'll be fine. I could not handle it. So probably it was right around her 6-month-old birthday, like right to the day. She went into heat and just completely lost her mind. And I was like, you're going outside.
What do they do? What happens?
Yeah. What does that look like?
So just walking around, screaming, destroying things, flipping mattresses, like,
oh my God,
just completely out of control. So yeah, it took me about 3 minutes and then I was done. So I put her outside and she ended up really enjoying it outside. So I just left her. She lived outside then for the rest of her life. She seemed to enjoy that better than the house anyway. So then Owen, he was fully outside too.
So the ones that have them inside, are they male pigs? Is that the ones that keep them inside all the time?
Well, males or spayed females, I guess.
Yeah.
I did get Owen neutered, so they didn't have any babies.
I was thinking that was my next question: did we change Owen's name to Romeo?
No. But yeah, no. The first 6 months with Juliet in the house were really fun. It was almost like having a toddler in the house. There were Cheerios all over the place. She loved baby toys, like anything in the baby aisle. She would just love, like the little crackly, little foil baby toys. Loved those. Woke up in the middle of the night and screamed for milk. You know, it's
my gosh,
human-like experience.
Did she play like a dog? Did she play fetch, or did she pick the things up and run around with them, or?
Yeah, she would do zoomies. She would play with my dog a lot. And yeah, she'd pick little toys up and run around, and yeah, she was a whole lot of fun. And I'd kind of cook her, you know, whatever I was eating for dinner, and we'd have dinner together sometimes. I
was going to ask what they ate. Pigs pretty much eat anything, don't they?
Yeah, anything. Yeah. I don't eat a whole lot of meat, so she mainly had a vegetarian diet, but if she was eating what I was eating. But yeah, they'll eat literally anything.
And she... Sorry, Hannah, I was going to ask, what was the house training or like housebreaking?
Thank you.
Did you train her to I don't know, use a litter box or something?
Yeah, so pigs are pretty instinctual about that. They're kind of like cats. You don't have to train them much.
Wow.
So I just had a kitty litter box. She stayed in a crate for the first couple days, and then I let her out. But she just had a kitty litter box with some like wood shavings like you get for horse stalls in the box. And she never went outside the box. She always went to her litter box to use the bathroom.
That's better than our cats did. So did she smell? Does she have a smell?
Not really. They can, like, if you don't clean up their poop and stuff, they'll start to smell, or if they're like laying in their poop, that's mainly where the pig smell comes from. But the body odor, not so bad. I gave her a bath once in a while. She really loved to have a bath. So
Well,
yeah,
they like
she
water,
stayed,
so
yeah, love water. Yeah, and so she stayed pretty clean. She didn't have much of a smell.
What's a group of pigs called? I'm trying to remember what they call a pack of pigs. Is it a herd or a?
I'll Google it. Hold on. Let me
Jennifer
mute
yelled
myself.
bacon. Okay, Jennifer. Oh,
It's a herd.
Is it a herd? Okay.
It's a herd.
All right. I didn't know what a pack was. So how many, do you have any right now?
So I don't. I ended up moving off the farm that I was on to go pursue my dream of being a vet, and so I did rehome Juliet and Owen, unfortunately, but they're in a great home, so they're still around.
And are you pursuing being a vet?
Yes. I'm at UT up in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, wow. And how's it going? What year? What all that? So give us the details.
So I am the oldest undergrad at school. So I'm in my third year.
No
I'm
shame,
in my
girlfriend.
third year of pre-vet, and hoping to be able to stay at UT for vet school, but we'll see. It's very competitive to get in. So
Are you thinking large animal?
Yes.
Yeah. So you only did this because you need somebody to spay the pigs. That's what.
Yeah.
You're going to be your whole gig, right?
Exactly. I really needed a vet, and I didn't have one.
So Hannah just rolls her sleeves up and says, "That's it. I'm doing this myself."
Now you had a monkey in the past too, didn't you?
Yeah. So when I was 9 years old, my parents moved my family to Nicaragua.
Oh wow.
So we lived there for 4 years, and probably not a great idea to get a kid monkey, but my parents didn't know much about animals, and they were like, we live in a place with monkey, and my kid loves animals, so they got me one. And
what kind of monkey was it?
He was a capuchin.
Oh, the little bitty ones.
Yeah, he was
so
probably
cute.
He stood probably about a foot tall, maybe a little bit.
What was his name? Please tell me it was something obnoxious.
I named him Sambo.
Okay.
Sambo! Sambo the capuchin monkey. Oh my God.
And did you would you ever own a monkey again after having Sambo?
So he was fun, and it ended up working out for me. I've always loved animals since I was a baby, and I've always had good instinct with them, and I took good care of him. I don't think I'd recommend most people to get their kids a monkey, but it worked out for me. He was a lot of fun, but it's a little bit of a thing, the ethical dilemma of, do you take animals out of the wild and keep them as pets? And I tend to lean no at this point. I don't think I would do that. So yeah, you have the opportunity once in a while to rescue one that's already been, pulled from the wild, but yeah, for the most part I let them. They're very, very social animals, and they've got their families, and yeah, I don't think I would necessarily recommend disrupting that.
Most people that or don't know that in Ocala here, we have a lot of monkeys.
Yes.
Over in the Ocala National Forest.
Silver Springs,
the
right?
Ocala National Forest. They've kind of moved into the forest now.
Yep.
But a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, last time I went kayaking there, we saw probably, I would say like 40, and it was like mommies and babies, and there's videos on the internet of them like cannonballing into the water and stuff.
I've known people with monkeys, and it's been a mixed thing. Some were like, I'd never do that again. And then one of our castmates from the acting company I had said, when I turn 65, I'm going to retire. I have no retirement, but I'm going to get a monkey, and we're going to do the fair circuit. And he did. And we actually saw him at a fair by accident one time in Providence, Rhode Island. We bumped into him. And he had the monkey, and all the monkey did all day was climb on people's shoulders and collect money. like bills, like $5, $10 bills. And this guy had a beautiful retirement because it was all cash, and he collected thousands of dollars in a weekend, and he and his monkey traveled the country doing that.
Glenn, you are the only person. You are the only person in my life that'll be somewhere and know somebody with a monkey.
With a monkey.
Be like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Glenn, only you.
I don't even know if he's still alive anymore or what. I have to check on him sometime. But yeah, so that was my monkey story. And that, I think I could do the fair circuit with a monkey. I think I'd be good with a monkey in the fair circuit.
Yeah, I could see that.
Jen's going to say kibosh that real quick.
Yeah, I don't think she wants a monkey in the house.
That does not have Coach Jen on it at all.
Well, Hannah, okay, Ashley, ask her the question you wanted to ask at the beginning. We don't want to get in trouble. Yeah.
Finally. Yeah, I forgot. I'm the boss. I can do what I want.
Sure.
Hannah, tell us about your horses, please.
Okay, yeah, I've got currently with me in Knoxville, I've got an Arabian, 6-year-old Arabian gelding named Zane, and I was starting him in dressage, but then he did step on my face last year and give me a pretty severe concussion, so that knocked us back a little bit.
Dear.
So I'm just getting around to kind of getting him restarted. So we're getting a little bit of a late start, but we're getting there. Hoping to be able to compete on the UT dressage team in the fall.
Oh, cool.
And I've got a couple of Mustangs left at home with my parents that I rescued. And that's all I've got right now as far as horses go.
Awesome. Well, good luck trying out for the dressage team later this year. You'll have to let us know how it goes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hannah. We appreciate it. Now we've covered house skunks, house monkeys, and house pigs. We've got 3 down. If anybody else has any others than that, let us know. If it's snakes, it'll have to be a day I'm not here. Somebody else can do that. Snakes and spiders. Jamie won't do spiders either. So if it's either one of those, it'll have to be a day neither one of us are here. So
I'll come on because I love all animals.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'll host that show, the Creepy Crawlies.
Yeah, you do that one. Bye, Hannah.
Bye.
As horse owners, we have an unlimited supply of love for our animals, but we tend to underestimate the cost of their care. Routine and unexpected expenses can quickly add up, making it hard to keep pace. So wouldn't it feel great to be prepared with a budget-friendly way to manage these costs? The Care Credit Health and Animal Care Credit Card can help give you financial peace of mind. With flexible financing from Care Credit, you get to care your horse needs and then pay over time in easy monthly payments. You can use Care Credit at more than 25,000 veterinary hospitals. That accept the card, and you can pay for everything from annual exams, vaccinations, parasite controls, procedures, nutrition diagnostics, and surgery. My small animal also takes it. Large, small, they don't care. Care Credit, it's your card for a lifetime of care, subject to credit approval. To learn more and apply, visit carecredit.com/horses and pets.
Join us as we chat with past guests to find out, where are they now?
Well, returning to the show and our Where Are They Now segment is someone who first appeared on our shows in 2016, 10 years ago, and has been back many times since. She's the author of 100 Horses in History, True Stories of Horses Who Shaped Our World, and she also has done articles for many magazines, including our sister one, Equus, and several others, and her name is Gayle Stewart. Hey, Gayle.
Hey, how are you all doing today?
Good. I haven't talked to you in years. I'm so glad we get to chat again.
I can't believe it's been that long. I really can't. It's hard to believe.
But you came on Horses in the Morning before, but you were mostly on Stable Scoop, and you wrote for us. You did segments for us for a long time. And are you still in Texas?
Yes, we sure are. We're in Spicewood, Texas, which is near Austin, about 35 miles northwest of Austin. And we're still there.
What are you working on? Tell us what you're working on.
Well, I'm working on a story about a famous polo player from Llano, Texas. Believe it or not, it's about an hour west of where I live. And he became a world-class high goal polo player. And I was introduced to him by he had passed away in 1999, but he lived to be 95. But she said, I want to take you to the Historical Society in Llano and learn about this horse. Well, that was because she'd read my book. And I thought, well, all right, the bluebonnets were out and she was going to buy me pizza. So I went with her, and I went into the library, into the Historical Society, and there was an entire display of all of his things, his mallet and his boots and his hat. And well, anyway, he won the U.S. Open 5 times. He went to Europe. He went to Mexico.
Could you say his name?
Pardon me?
Did you say his name?
Yes. Oh, no, I didn't. Cecil Smith.
Okay.
Cecil Smith. And so anyway, I'm about halfway through that, and it's just fascinating. I always, when I did the book, I wanted to include a horse and a polo pony. Well, I did get a story, the Maltese cat, but that was fiction, and that was just a story in a book, Rudyard Kipling, I believe. But anyway, this horse and this player were right there in my backyard, and so,
it's hard with polo ponies too, because they have strings of ponies. So it's usually the rider that's more well known than the horses, because they go through so many horses.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And his horse's name was Badger, and he rode that horse for 12 years.
Wow. And
bought him in Sonora, Texas, which is down by the coast, I think. Anyway, it's been a fun story to write. I'm working on it now. That's what I'm doing.
And, it's interesting because we sometimes end up talking and, in your case, writing about things that you didn't know you had any interest in, but something sparks it, and there you are, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this woman, she's so sweet. She was 91 years old, and she read my book. And anyway, I thought, well, this is wonderful. If she's willing to read my book at that age, I'll go with her. And I discovered this wonderful story. It was great.
I've given away most of my horse books because I'm a horse husband, but I still have your book. Your book's still sitting here. And actually, thanks to your inspiration, I do a segment on the show every day. I'll be doing it right after your interview, called This Day in Equine History, where I do 3 very short historical events involving horses. But you're the one that really got, I've always been interested in history, but it was your book and all the things we did together after that really got me interested. Now, you told me last time we talked that you were collecting more famous or not so famous horses from history, and maybe we're going to do a second book. Is there still a chance of that?
No, I really haven't done that. I think I was all tired of that first one. But you know what? I could, though. I really could. But there's so many horses that are so important. I was looking through my book this morning and yesterday in preparation. And I thought, I really did a lot of research. And I think that maybe there is a chance for another book.
Well, and you were overambitious too. You picked 100. You could have done 50 horses in history, and it would have been half the work. But no, you chose 100. You're like me. We're both overachievers. We always go, well, that won't be so bad until you get halfway through it, and you go, I wish I hadn't done that. So,
you know how I came up with that? This is the funniest thing. I had done maybe 40, 50 horses, and I was looking for a name for the book, and I was standing in line at the grocery store, and there were, how you see those horrible stories about things that have happened in the world, and I thought, oh, wait a minute, a friend of mine, an editor friend, said, remember 3, the power of 3, like tic-tac-toe. Anyway, and so I picked 100 because it went with horses in history. And that's how that came about. So I went back and I did more research and added 60 more horses.
Well,
but that's how that
I appreciate how tough it was for you too, because obviously you were. When did this book come out?
2018.
2018. Okay, so one of the hard things when I'm researching, what happened on this day in history, obviously AI helps with that now, find the stories at least. But one of the hard things is they're all racing related. And, I don't like doing all racing stories. So you really have to dig to find the non-racing stories. So you must have had the same issue. You could have done 100 racing horses in history and probably done it in half the time.
Well, that's true. Yeah, but you know what? I had to be real careful about the racehorses because of the Triple Crown, and because every time the Triple Crown came up and they won, and one of them won, I had to redo the book in that section, and so the last time I did that was American Pharaoh and Justify in 2018 and 2015, but we haven't had one since. So, but we don't need one right now.
Now, did you ever show or anything? Were you a trail rider? What did you do with horses in the old days?
No, in the old days, I showed horses. I showed American saddlebreds and did it from about 10 years old till I retired at 18, 19. And then I just had quarter horses. So being in Texas.
I didn't know that. Well, I don't think I ever asked you about your history. We always talked about other horses' history.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, and so your family obviously were into horses?
Oh, yes. My little sister, my brother were roped and did reining, and my little sister followed along with me on equitation. And it was all so fun. And then all of a sudden, funny thing happened. I grew out of it, and I missed it.
I would say that what Ashley would know this better from our recent survey, but a lot of our listeners are 40 to 60-year-old women who, because of families or whatever, were into horses, then in their 20s got out of horses, and now we're back in. That's probably, it's got to be 25-30% of our audience, right, Ashley? It's high.
Yeah, it is. And we call them re-riders. And it's a whole big shift in not only listenership, but in the equestrian world at large.
Really? And it's called re-riders?
That's right. Yep. Coming back to the sport. Yeah.
Oh, that is so wonderful, because I think once you get into it, you never get out of it. At least that's been my experience.
You may take a pause. You might hit the pause button, but you're never really, it's not out of your head.
It's always in your heart, for sure.
That's right. And then I wouldn't go back to riding equitation, however I did when I had a jumper, but you get into it, and the smell of the hay in the morning, I miss all that.
The noise of the eating and the grain, I know. It's special.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And I think that it's a healthy sport. It's a healthy thing to do when you're older.
That's
well,
true.
On that note, I was reading a really interesting study a couple weeks ago focused on middle-aged women and how middle-aged equestrian women are showing far less cognitive decline than women who don't ride, for example, because think about when you're in the saddle, you're like, what's my left foot doing? What's my right finger doing? And it's all this proprioception that's happening in your brain, and it's actually really good for you. So there's another excuse to get back in the saddle, sister.
Well, I know it, and I've been after my husband. I really want to do this. I really need to do this.
Well, I want you to do that same survey and see if horse husbands have an increased cognitive decline. I want to see if that's true. Gail, it's been fun catching up with you. Will you come back when you publish the book? Let us know when you publish the polo book.
Oh, I will. I sure will. I'm working on it now, and I will let you know. And thank you so much for calling me.
Now I wanted to ask you before you go, though, is 100 Horses in History still available? It's still in print?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. You know what? It's in 4 different museums: American Saddlebred Museum, the National Cowboy Hall of Fame, National Museum of Racing and Hall of Fame, and believe it or not, I really keep it out there, so it's still available. Yes, on Amazon.
Okay, so check Amazon. It's called 100 Horses in History: True Stories of Horses Who Shaped Our World. I have my copy right here. It's the illustrations in there are great. I mean, it's just good. And also your website, it's 100. The number's 100. Horsesinhistory.com. Thank you, Gail.
Right.
Well, it's only appropriate that after we talk to a historian that I do a little This Day in Equine History. Well, on this day in 1665, the very first ship carrying horses from the royal stables of King Louis of France arrived in Quebec. The initial shipment of 12 horses, mostly Norman and Breton stock, became the foundational stock for the Canadian horse. And they were bred to survive the harsh northern winters and the grueling wilderness work, so they earned the nickname the Little Iron Horse, and that's what became the Canadian horse. And that was in 1665. And a little fun fact, did you know that we are descended, Hebert, is descended from the first registered Canadian was named Hebert, and it was one of my ancestors.
Wow,
yeah. Hebert. Yeah, they said it there. We don't say that because everybody'd spell it wrong.
Merca.
Well, we all know that George Washington was heavily focused on breeding the ultimate American draft horse. He was fascinated with draft horses. His efforts were famously bottlenecked by the Spanish ban on exporting Andalusians.
Oh, interesting.
The Spanish didn't want to export Andalusians at the time. However, on June the 24th, King Charles III of Spain made an exception, sending a prized Spanish jack, a donkey named Royal Gift, to Mount Vernon. This single animal, bred to American mares, effectively birthed the high-quality American Mammoth Jack that we know today.
Wow.
Yep, it all started back then. So the Mammoth Jack that we all heard of and we've talked about on this show was all started with George Washington and King Charles III of Spain.
That's so cool.
And finally, today, I know it's not history because it's happening today, but it involves history. So today at Churchill Downs, a permanent bronze monument will be officially unveiled to honor Oliver Lewis. Who was Oliver Lewis? The first black jockey who rode Aristides to victory in the very first Kentucky Derby in 1875. Remember, we've talked about that most of the jockeys back then were African American.
Mm-hmm.
So Lewis's victory at 18 years old highlighted the profound, dominant, and often overlooked role that black horsemen played in shaping the foundation of American thoroughbred racing. So they are unveiling his statue today, right there at Churchill Downs, which I think is more than appropriate.
Very cool.
This dude, though, Oliver, had his crap together because he retired in 1875. After that racing season, he retired as a jockey at a young age. But he was smart. He chose to step away from racing, but didn't want to leave racing behind. So he took his knowledge of thoroughbreds and racing analytics and became a pioneering businessman. And this was before modern racing was even started. He came up with a sophisticated handicapping table and a detailed racing form for local bookmakers. Because back then it was done by bookmakers, like the British model. And eventually established his own lucrative legal bookmaking operation. So, and he made a lot of money as a bookmaker then after. So he was known for being an entrepreneur, and he passed his betting enterprise down to his eldest son, James. But yeah, he was really one of the first ones to take data and monetize it, he was one of the first ones to come up with a racing form for racetracks as well.
You know, it kind of reminds me of a book. I don't know if you've read it, Glenn. I'm sure not. But if anyone listening hasn't read The Horse by Geraldine Brown, it really dives into this era in racing with a focus on black horsemen and their involvement. And so if that's interesting to you, I highly recommend.
There you go. Well, there is the history for today. I hope you got something out of that. Next up, we need to talk about a list that was published over in, I believe it was Horse and Rider magazine. And it's called 10 Boarding Barn Etiquette Mistakes You Might Not Realize You're Making.
Oh, and look, this was written by our friend, the editor over at Horse and Rider, Nicole Chirico. We just love her.
Yeah, we see her all the time on team meetings. So she read this article. It's the 10 boarding barn etiquette mistakes that you might not realize you're making. And Jennifer and I had a boarding barn for a long time. You and your mom had a boarding barn.
We did, yep.
And we've both boarded. So we have both. We can look at both sides of this, and we'll see how accurate Nicole was on this. So number one, big pet peeve. And there's always one teenage girl that this
There's
is a
always
problem.
one.
Yes. And
There's
for us,
always
it was
one.
always a teenage girl that had this problem. And that's not cleaning up after yourself. Just leaving stuff at the wash rack or in the barn
Or
aisle.
not cleaning up your horse took a poop in the wash rack. Like, pick it up.
Yeah, and a lot
Put
of
your tack
places are
away.
really picky about picking up the poops in the round pen. Or,
The arena, yeah.
Yeah, we've all had these, and that is just rude. It's just rude.
It is. It's just straight up rude.
But some people think, well, I'm paying to board here, so they should clean up. And
okay.
It's just
not a boarder I want.
Rude. It's just rude.
It is.
Yeah, it's just,
it really is.
and it's rude not to the people you're paying to board with necessarily, but the next person
Everyone
that comes
else.
along.
Yeah, exactly.
That is going to clean it up because you didn't.
Exactly.
Right. All right.
And then they hate you, and now we have drama, and that's why we
This
don't
is
board
bringing
anymore.
up bad memories. I don't know if we need to do this anymore.
Are you triggered, G?
Yeah, I am.
Are you triggered?
Leaving your horse unattended in the cross ties, the wash rack, grooming bay, arenas, and you just kind of leave your horse tied and then disappear for like an hour to make a phone call in the car. Yeah, put them away.
That's not safe.
No.
First and foremost, like if you got to go to the bathroom, I understand, but the cross ties are not for tying for patients. Okay.
Yeah, but
Like,
and your
put your horse
boyfriend
out.
called and you're going to go have an argument for an
Yeah.
hour. Maybe just put your horse away first, or do the argument
Yeah,
later.
and how about don't answer calls from your boyfriend at the barn?
There you
That's
go.
a no boyfriend zone.
That's a solution right there.
That's going to be a rule in my next barn. No calling your significant others while you're here.
We had the next problem, and Jennifer might have been one of the ones that caused this problem in the past. Taking over shared storage areas with too much crap.
I heard her yell.
This is one I think that every boarder might want to be guilty of or has been guilty of. And the way you solve that is the way Reese does it, isn't that you have this much space and this much section, and you can't violate that. And that's the way most barns that are
Right.
have
There's
gone.
your locker and
Yeah.
you're done.
That's it. Yep. And anything else gets put, they warn you once and then it gets taken. So, I mean,
Yep.
We had pretty big areas for that, so it wasn't too much of a problem in our case, but it is a problem because some people come with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Treating the arena like it's yours alone. Well, I mean, some places, barns have you sign out times, other you're just all
Sure.
riding in there. But this is kind of that age-old problem, right, with arenas. It's been around forever, is somebody just acts like they're the only one in it doing whatever they want and cutting people
And everybody
off
else just has to suck and, wait until they're done. Like, that's not cool.
But and this happens at every boarding stable, everybody knows who that person is, and they never want to ride in the arena when that person's in there. And,
Exactly. Like, they
Yep.
see their car when they pull up and they're
Yep.
like, oh, crap.
Oh, crap. I'll come back later. Because it's
Yeah,
just not
or
worth
I'm
the
going to just
It's just not
groom
worth
my
the
horse.
confrontation, is it? Because that
It's
person's
not.
usually the problem anyways.
Exactly. And, every barn has the one problem person.
Yep, exactly. So you just avoid it and just, you just deal with it because it's not worth anything else.
Nope.
Not paying attention when riding or lunging. I think we've seen this with lunging more than riding even, is they're just lunging and they're loud about it. And, somebody might be riding in the arena right beside them who's trying to do dressage and they're lunging and it's not going well. And
Yeah.
that's where you usually see that problem, I think. I don't know if you've had that issue, but
Not so much, but it's interesting. In the article, Nicole calls out the rider might be scrolling through a phone while mounted. That
happens all the time.
That one's a problem.
Happens all the
I
time.
was watching an interview on my friend's podcast, Broke Horse Moms, and it was with the guy who runs the new show circuit, I think. And he was just saying, like, why are kids stopping to drink water all the time now? In my day, we didn't even drink water. And, like, it was so funny, but he's like, it stops everything and it's in the way. And anyway.
You know what happens too when we go over to WEC and it's during hunter jumper time, and you'll see it doesn't matter the age, and they're riding between barns or on their way over, because at WEC you can ride a long way to get to the arena.
Right.
And one day we counted, and at least half of them were texting while they were riding over to the arena.
And their feet aren't in the stirrups. And they're like,
that's right.
You guys.
They're riding through all these people in the barns and the horses.
Not paying attention.
Borrowing without asking. And I would add to that,
big one.
Not returning when you borrow. Both of those.
Or returning in poorer condition than it was when I lended it to you.
And I think the biggest culprit of this is fly spray. Well, I don't feel like going into the pack room to get my fly spray. This one's sitting right here. I'll just use this one. And it's usually the barn's fly spray. And then all of a sudden you're out. You're out. Exactly.
Yep.
Offering unsolicited advice. Oh, there's always one of these two.
Oh, God. Now I'm triggered. Like, this is like my number one problem across the horse world at large. Like, I'm sorry. Do you want to get up here and do what I'm doing? Oh, you can't? Shush your mouth. Shush your mouth. Are you a trainer? Oh, you're not? Shush your mouth.
A couple others too, and this not respecting other people's times. This is the one that we have had this discussion on this show before, and what I'm referring to there is your barn's open 24/7. You take care of the horses 24/7. That doesn't mean that you can call me at 10 o'clock at night about something silly. And
you need boundaries.
It's hard. It was easier to have those boundaries before cell phones.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Because you couldn't text, right? They had to call your house phone, and you could ignore that.
And you had to be there. Yeah, exactly.
You could ignore that, or they drive in at 10 o'clock at night, unannounced, and, show up. That was one of my pet peeves as a horse husband, I think, was that constant, you just didn't have any time off.
Well, and I always appreciate, boarding facilities that are closed one day a week for that reason of the person providing, the stables. Like, they need a day off from you too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I agree. That's just, and one more, let's see, what other ones do they have here? Treating barn staff like personal employees.
Oh, that's never acceptable.
Happens though all the time.
That is never acceptable.
And I think what happens too there is the barn staff are, they just won't say no because they're good people.
Right. And they don't want to get in trouble. Right. And you are not their boss. You don't tell them what to do. It's really funny at the end here. Nicole writes, every boarding barn has that boarder. But if we're being honest, most horse owners have probably been guilty of at least one of these boarding barn mistakes at some point.
Oh, yeah. Because again, where you have more than two people, right?
Right. Yep.
2 horse people. Does it take 2 horse people? Yeah, it still takes 2, I think. But yeah. But it's true.
Yep.
Okay, now that we've triggered the entire audience today, you can thank us later. That's it for today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back here on Friday. Jamie will be here. Get your bad ads into Jennifer at horseradionetwork.com. Ashley, thank you for filling in. Where can they find your other shows?
Oh, gosh, you can find me over on Sleep Stories for Equestrians, the Quarter Horse Show. And is that it, I think, right now? I don't know. Here sometimes, anywhere,
You're
really.
Doing
I'm just like
sleep stories. I noticed is
yes.
this a new book or what? Are we
it's
in season 3
book.
or 2? I'm lost.
We might be season 4.
Wow.
But this is a new book and it's really darling. It's written by a husband and wife team about Cricket the circus pony, and it's so much fun. It's kind of like Dumbo with ponies. It's just really sweet.
Do you get to play circus music in the background the whole time?
I don't think anyone would sleep if I did that, Glenn. Like then I get all this hate mail about people having nightmares about killer clowns. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Thank you all. Hang on, auditors. We're going to chat with Auditor Marie after in the post show.